everybody, Nathaniel Bungie here for TechSession with the unboxing and first impressions of the Oontz Angle 3 Bluetooth speaker. Now, this is the sub-brand of Cambridge SoundWorks called Oontz, which is commonly found on Amazon and other retailers, and they tend to make pretty decent devices for the money, actually. So we're going to start with the standard TechSession 2 around the box. The front, you get a little description of the product and the branding. Go to the left-hand side, you get a tiny little description of what the left-hand side of the speaker will look like, or I guess it's the right side. I haven't opened it up yet. Get their website right there. Nothing on the back except for some branding on the bottom again, and then nothing on the right except for some branding and another picture of the side of the speaker. Top, you get the very large Oontz Angle branding, and at the bottom you have a little tiny bit more details as well as your regulatory information. So this is a affordable Bluetooth speaker you can find from many retailers, and from what I've heard so far, these speakers are not bad at all. So we're going to have to test that out, obviously, and I will keep you updated with the full review later on, and that will be linked in the description once it goes live. But you can see your quick start guide here. Pause it and read it if you'd like. The backhand side, you have a little bit more information about how to use it, including the water resistance right there, which we're going to go over in a bit, also in the full review. And then on the inside, you have a little bit more details about how to turn it on and pair it and what all the functions do. So go ahead and again, pause that and read it if you'd like. But we are going to go over all this in the full review, maybe a little bit of it in the setup video. So get that out of the way, and we're going to continue with the rest of it. You see quick start guide here. That's kind of an odd spelling of quick, I'm just going to point off right away, but that doesn't matter at all. So some very simple packaging, but again, packaging is not a big deal because what we're here for is the actual product, and the packaging often gets thrown away anyway, despite what you can see back there with my wall of beautiful packaging. So we're going to keep going with this. We have this wrapped up cable here. I presume this is either micro USB for charging or auxiliary input for sound. This is indeed micro USB for charging. Looks like a fairly short cable too, so we're going to go ahead and undo the twist tie wrapper on here, and we are going to see what we have for length. So this looks like a fairly short cable, probably about a foot long, but again, you're not really going to need a long cable just for sitting in here and charging. Now, I don't know if the Bluetooth speaker will still work while you're charging. I will keep you updated on that though in the full entire review video. Continue with the unboxing right here. This should be an auxiliary cord, aka an aux cord for all you youngins out there, but get that packaging off the side. This is indeed an aux cord. So we're going to go ahead and unwrap this too so you can kind of see how long it is. And this is probably going to be a little bit longer than the charging cable. This is indeed a little bit longer. I'd say this is about 2 feet. So you get your 2-pole connector, which means this is not going to support remote functionality. So that goes all the way to the other end here. This would be used to connect it for a computer or something like that, or if you just don't want to use Bluetooth. So we're going to grab here and pull this packaging out of the box a little bit more. And we have nothing else in there. And we're just going to lift this off, this packaging here. And you can see why it gets its namesake, the angle. This is at an angle, you can see right here. Looks like a triangle. Pull it out of the plastic wrap that we have enclosing it, and we're just going to slide it right out. So first impressions of this speaker, it is a lot tinier than I was expecting. And it's also a great weight. Seriously, this thing feels amazing so far. Have a little bit of a rubberized side. Over here you can see your buttons on the rubberized side with the branding. The bottom of the speaker, you get a vent here. I presume this is probably for your bass, but I may be wrong. You get these really nice grippy little feet here. This should help it to stay on a table without sliding around too much. Putting some force into this actually, and it's really not sliding around. And then that's pretty much about it. Although I will mention that we have what looks to be a charging button here. Okay, this makes sense. You pull it open and you get your aux input as well as your micro USB charging input. So we're going to see if I can get that. There we go. So you open it up. This should help with the water resistance having it sealed, but you do have your 3.5mm input and your micro USB charging input. So we're going to go ahead and close that up. And there's some very obvious information here about how you turn it on. So we're going to hit that button, and we can see we have a red light. This might mean that it's dead. Should probably consult the manual about that. But, oh, never mind. We have a blinking blue light here, which might mean it's in pairing mode. So we're going to try to go Flossy Carter here and not even look at the instructions, but we are going to hop into this Galaxy S6 here. and we're going to try to get it all paired up. So this is also going to be a setup video pretty much, and maybe just a little tiny bit of a test. And you can see right here, I'm assuming this is probably the speaker because I don't have any other Bluetooth devices on now. So we're going to tap on that pairing. Yep, there we go, Oontz angle right there. And you could hear that. That was the tone, which means that it's paired. You can see right here it is connected for call and media audio. We're going to just hit the settings button there, see what options it gives us. You can rename it, unpair it, and then choose which audio you would like to use it for. Speaking of call audio, this device does have a microphone right up here used for phone calls. I will have to test that out as well in the full entire review video and keep you updated. So we're going to go ahead right now and we are going to find an audio file that is not copyright. I will be right back. So I went ahead and I quick found this official non-copyright audio intro video on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and play that. You can see right here where to get it from if you happen to like it. But we're going to go ahead and just do a little tiny test of the speaker. Just see what it sounds like. Maybe test out how the buttons work too with volume and all that on this side of the speaker. So we're going to go ahead and face towards the camera. Now I do understand this is not going to be very accurate as I don't have an awesome mic, which you can probably tell. But I will be able to give you my first impressions of the sound of this right after we play it.
Some in the havoc sitting, some in the pool swimming, a couple songs rolled and a bunch of pimps.
So it can turn down to pretty much no volume. And the play pause functionality does work, which I'm very impressed with. Now I will say this doesn't get insanely loud, but it's a Bluetooth speaker. You're not having a concert, you don't need to blow anyone away with your sound. But the bass is actually quite amazing. And so far I'd say the range of the speaker from highs and lows is also quite amazing. I'm very pleased with this so far, but like I mentioned, I'm going to have to keep you posted on how it performs for me until my full review comes out. I will leave that link in the description, but until next time, this is Nathaniel Bungie from TechSession. Thanks to Oontz for sending this out to me for review, and see you later.